Hi everyone, this is SD Guzman and welcome to my YouTube channel. For this video guys, we are going to discuss the basic knowledge that you need to know about angles. So here, we are going to talk about the different types of angles, the definitions of angles, the conversions, the measurements, and some other related informations. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please click the button and subscribe because every week I will be uploading different lecture videos. So for this video, let's begin. Angle consists of two rays or two line segments in a plane with a common endpoint. These two rays or segments are the sides of the angle and the common endpoint is called as the vertex of the angle. So we say this figure, yung two line segments na yun ay tinatawag natin as the initial side and the terminal side. And to measure the angle, gagawa tayo ng ray from here. Susukatin natin yung angle hanggang terminal side from the initial side to the terminal side. So, the most common unit for measuring the angle is degree. Degree measure was developed by the Babylonians 4,000 years ago. So, the Babylonians, they were the first to subdivide the circumference of the circle into 360 parts. There are various theories kung bakit 360 ang napiling gamitin ng Babylonians. One, because 360 is approximately the number of days in a year. 360, it has many divisors which makes it convenient to work with different computations. We have four common types of angles. First one, the acute angle. Pangalawa, the right angle. Third, the obtuse angle. Lastly, we have the straight angle. Acute angle are the angles between 0 degrees to 90 degrees. Everything that's in between, sila yung tinatawag natin as the acute angle. So, this is the figure. Next one is the right angle. Right angles are the angles at exactly 90 degree measurements. This is our figure. Walang ibang measurement ang right angle aside from 90 degrees. Third one, we have the obtuse angle. So, these are the angles that is more than 90 degrees yung measurement, but less than 180 degrees. Though, dun nagre-range yung kanyang measurement. Though, this is the figure. And finally, we have the straight angle. These are the angles that is exactly 180 degrees yung kanyang measurement. Ibig sabihin, etong angle na to is exactly at the horizontal. So, this is the figure. Usually, dinedenote natin yung angle as angle theta. And angle theta is one of the Greek letters. But, for example, we are naming a lot of angles, let's say more than one angle. Marami pa tayong ibang pwedeng gamitin na Greek letters. So, eto po yun. This is a table for all the Greek letters na pwede natin gamitin. We have alpha, beta, gamma, delta, all the way to omega. If we are calculating or solving a lot of angles, we can name every angle from the Greek letters, or in some problems, dinedenote lang natin ang angle as letter A, angle B, angle C. In angles, meron tayong tinatawag na complementary angles and the supplementary angles. So, ano ba yung definition at difference ng dalawa na yan? Complementary angles, the sum of the measures of two positive angles is 90 degrees. Kapag yung dalawang angle, pag yung measurement nila, pag pinag-add mo, and the sum is 90 degrees, ibig sabihin, those two angles complement to each other. While supplementary angles naman, the sum of the measures of two positive angles is 180 degrees. Kung meron kang dalawang angle at pinag-add mo yung kanilang measurement, you get the sum of 180 degrees. Ibig sabihin, those two angles supplement to each other. So, example number 1. If we are asked to determine the measure of the complement and supplement of angles 55 degrees and 40 degrees. So, paano gagawin? So, letter A. Let's go first with the complement of the two angles. Complement. For angle 55, para malaman natin yung complement of the angle 55, simply 90 degrees minus 55 degrees. And yung kakalabasan nun, siya yung complement angle ng 55 degrees. So we have 90 degrees. To solve for the complement of the 55 degrees, 90 degrees minus 55 degrees. The answer is, we have 35 degrees. Ibig sabihin, 35 degrees is complement to the angle 55 degrees. Next, for 40 degrees. Same procedure, 90 degrees minus 40 degrees, and the answer is 50 degrees. Ibig sabihin, 50 degrees is the angle complement to the angle 40 degrees. Next, for letter B, the supplement. Yan. Supplement of the angle 55. Now, again, sa definition of supplementary angles, dapat yung sum nila is 180 degrees. We have 55 here, so ang gagawin natin is 180 degrees minus 55 degrees. The answer is 125 degrees. So, meaning, the angles 125 degrees and 55 degrees are supplement to each other. Next, for 40 degrees. Ano daw yung supplementary angle for 40 degrees? So, we have 180 degrees minus 40 is equal to 140 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, 140 degrees and 40 degrees are supplementary angles kasi pag pinag-add mo yung kanilang measurement, makakabuo tayo ng a total of 180 degrees. So, that's complementary angles and supplementary angles. In some other measurements like the distance, hindi palaging exact yung value ng measurement natin. Ganon din sa angle. So, the portions of a degree have been measured with minutes and seconds. So, for example, merong butal, sa measurement mo ng angle, kunwari we have a measurement of 80 degrees, 80 point something degrees. Yung point something na yun, we can convert it into minutes and second. Ang pinakamaliit na unit natin for angle is second, sunod, minute. Okay? Like the other measurements, meron tayong mga conversions. So, for minutes, we have 1 minute. Yung minute natin, i-denote natin as, it's like an apostrophe, 1 apostrophe. So, 1 minute is equal to 1 degrees over 60 minutes. Or simply, 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree. Next, we have second. So, conversion factors, we have 1 second. Pagka second naman, dalawang apostrophe. 1 second is equal to 1 minute over 60 seconds, or 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Or another, finally, we have 3,600 seconds is equivalent to 1 degrees in terms of degree. So, for calculations, we may encounter some calculations for degrees, minutes, and seconds of angles. Dumadating tayo sa addition, subtraction, and even conversions of the measurements of the angles from decimal to minutes and seconds. So, example number 1. For example number 1, we need to add two measurements of angles, 51 degrees, 29 minutes, plus 32 degrees, 46 minutes. So, paano ba tayo mag-a-add ng dalawang angle na hindi exact yung value? Kasi, if we are going to add 51 degrees plus 32 degrees, madali lang, pag-added mo lang sa simple. But, meron tayong sobra. This problem, we have 50 degrees, 29 minutes, plus 32 degrees, 46 minutes. So, paano gagawin natin dyan? Sulat natin, 51 degrees, 29 minutes, plus 32 degrees, 46 minutes. So, how can we add two angles with sobra? Una natin gagawin, titingnan muna natin yung minutes. Doon tayo sa pinakamababa as usual, like some other additions. So 29 minutes plus 46 minutes. We have 75 minutes. And 51 degrees plus 32 degrees. We have 83 degrees. So, kung mapapansin natin, napaganda natin siya, but this is not the final answer yet. Kasi dapat, yung sosobra sa minutes natin ay tatanggalin natin or iiwan natin, and then kung may mabubuo man tayong 1 degree, i-add natin dun sa degree measurement natin. If we can see this, we have 75 minutes. So, ang conversion natin kasi, sa isang degree, we have 60 minutes. In 75 minutes, meron na ditong isang degree agad. So, pwede natin kuhanin yung 60 minutes dito, and i-convert natin as 1 degree. Itong 1 degree ngayon, i-add natin dito sa 83 degrees. And, ang matitira dito, we have now 84 degrees, yung 1 degree na nakuha natin sa 75 minutes, and ang matitira na lang sa 75 minutes, of course, tinanggal mo na kasi yung 60 minutes or yung 1 degree. Ang matitira na lang sa kanya, 75 minus 60 minutes. So, we have 15 minutes. Ito na ngayon yung final answer natin for example number 1, the addition of two angles. Okay? So, we have the sum of 84 degrees, 15 minutes. That's example number 1. Example number 2. Addition ulit. 64 degrees, 47 minutes plus 25 degrees, 44 minutes. So, ganun lang din ang process ng example number 1 na gagawin natin sa example number 2. For example number 2, we have 64 degrees, 47 minutes plus 25 degrees, 44 minutes. Ang gagawin ulit natin, dun sa pinakamaliit na unit, we have the minutes. So, 47 plus 44, we have 91 minutes. Next, sa degrees naman, 64 plus 25, we have 89 degrees. And, as I've said, i-check natin lagi yung second unit, yung minute natin, kung sumobra na ba siya sa 60. Kasi pag sumobra na siya sa 60, we need to cut out the 60 minutes and i-convert natin into degrees, tapos i-add natin dun sa degree measurement natin. So, dito, this is 91. Pag iiwalay natin siya, this is 60 minutes and 31 minutes. Etong 60 minutes na to, na galing dito, kukunin natin and i-convert natin into 1 degree, tapos i-add natin dun sa 89 degrees. Ang final answer natin will be 90 degrees and 31 minutes. This is the final answer for example number 2. Next, for example number 3, we are going to subtract naman 90 degrees minus 52 degrees 22 minutes. So, paano natin isusubtract yan? Sulat natin, we have 90 degrees minus 52 degrees and 22 minutes. If we can notice, walang minutes yung 90 degrees. So, saan natin isusubtract yung 22 minutes na given sa kabilang angle? Ang gagawin natin, parang sa regular subtraction natin, we need to borrow 1 degree from 90 degrees, and yung 1 degree na yun, i-convert natin into minutes para may mapagkunan or may minusan yung ating 22 minutes na given from the other angle. So, i-convert muna natin itong 90 degrees into 89 degrees and 60 minutes. Therefore, pwede na nating isubtract ngayon ng regular yung 52 degrees and 22 minutes from the other angle. Sulat natin. 52 degrees minus 22 minutes. Madali na po siyang isubtract. Again, like the regular subtraction, borrow 1 degree. And i-convert natin yung degree na yun into minutes para compatible na siya na isubtract. So, let's start the subtraction. 60 minutes minus 22 minutes. We have 38 minutes. And then, we have 89 degrees na lang kasi nga binawasan nga natin ng 1 degree. Nilagay natin sa part ng minutes. Okay? So, we have 89 minus 52. The answer is 37 degrees. Ibig sabihin, 90 degrees minus 52 degrees and 22 minutes is equal to 37 degrees and 38 minutes. Ganun po ang subtraction. Magbaborrow ka lang din dun sa original na measurement natin, dun sa degree measurement natin. Ganun din kapag ka nasa second na tayo. Magbaborrow ka from the minute and i-convert mo into seconds. So, the final answer natin for example number 3, we have 37 degrees and 38 minutes. Next, we have example number 4. Ito, hanggang seconds. The angles, we need to subtract 80 degrees, angle 1, or angle theta, angle A, whatever you want to call it, 80 degrees, 15 minutes, and 48 seconds, minus 25 degrees, 50 minutes, and 55 seconds. So, tatlong unit siya, degree, minute, and seconds. So, sulat natin, we have 80 degrees, 15 minutes, 48 seconds, minus 25 degrees, 50 minutes, and 55 seconds. So, kung mapapansin natin, 48, dito muna tayo tumingin, 48 minus 55. Kung itutuloyan natin yan, magiging negative. So, hindi naman kailangan lumabas ng negative and kasi pwede tayo mag-borrow from the other unit, the unit of minute. Ang gagawin natin, lagay natin dito, convert natin, we have now 80 degrees and dihiram tayo ng 1 minute dito sa 15 minutes. So, magiging 14 na lang siya. 14 minutes, yung hiniram natin na 1 minute na yon ilalagay natin sa second. And of course, we have to convert it from minute to seconds. So, yung 1 minute na kinuha natin dito, gagawin nating 60 seconds at ilalagay natin sa 48 seconds. We have now 60 seconds plus 48 seconds. Ganun lang sa ginawa natin sa previous example. Minutes naman yun na nag-borrow from the degree unit. So, minus 25 degrees, 50 minutes, and 55 seconds. Kaya lang, we have another problem. If we look at the minute section, 14 minute minus 50 minute. Mas malaki ulit yung ating isusubtract. So, ang gagawin natin, we need to borrow again. This time from the degree unit. So, ilipat natin ulit sa kabila. We are going to borrow 1 degree dun sa 80 degree. So that, magiging 79 degrees na lang siya. And yung 1 degree na yun, this 14 minutes, itong 1 degree dito, i-convert natin into 60 minutes and then i-add natin ngayon sa 40 minutes. 14 minutes plus 16 or 60 minutes and 60 seconds plus 48 seconds minus 25 degrees, 50 minutes, and 55 minutes. Pwede na po natin siyang isubtract. Okay? So first, punta tayo sa seconds. 60 plus 48, ito ay 108 seconds. So pwede na natin siya subtract. 108 seconds minus 55 seconds. We have 53 seconds. And then next, for the minutes, 14 minutes plus 60 minutes. 74. We have 74 here. 74 minutes. So, in 74 minutes na yun, babawasin natin ng 50 minutes, magiging 24 minutes na lang. And finally, for the degrees, 79 degrees minus 25 degrees, we have 54 degrees. So, ang final answer natin for example number 4 is ito. 54 degrees, 24 minutes, and 53 seconds. Kapag subtraction, remember, ang kailangan lang nating gawin is, kapag mas maliit yung babawasan mo, you need to borrow from the other unit ng 1 minute or 1 degree. And then, i-convert natin yun. Kung ang babawas mo ay 1 minute, i-convert mo sa into seconds and i-add mo dun sa maliit na babawasan mo. Ganon din kapag ka minute ang mas maliit, you have to borrow from the degree unit. So, that's example number 4. For example number 5, we need to convert 74 degrees, 08 minutes, 14 seconds, 2 decimal degrees to the nearest thousand. So, paano natin i-convert yan into decimal? Again, sabi ko nga kanina, ito yung may mga butal. O kapag kinonvert natin into decimal, maaaring makuha natin dito 74 point something degrees. Degrees na lang ang kanyang measurement. So, paano ang gagawin natin dyan? For example, number 5. We have 74. 74 degrees, 08 minutes, and 14 seconds. Ang gagawin natin, i-convert natin lahat sa degrees. So, meron tayong mga conversion factor na ibinigay kanina. We have 74 degrees, iyan na yan, plus the 8 minutes. Ang conversion factor for minutes to degrees ay 1 degree over 60 minutes. Okay? So, para makancel itong minute, and ang matitira na lang sa atin ay itong degree. Plus yung 14. We have 14 seconds. I-convert natin siya into degree. We have 1 degree over 3,600 seconds. So, we can now cancel ito. Itong dalawa na to. The answer now will be 74 degrees plus 8 divided by 60. We have 0.1333 and so on, or pwedeng 0.1333 na lang. Plus 14 divided by 3,600. The answer is 0.0039. Lahat itong dalawa na to, yung 0.1333 and yung 0.0039, ang kanyang unit ngayon ay degree na din. Kasi convert na nga natin siya. So now, to find the equivalent to decimal, ang gagawin natin, i-add na natin siya ngayon. 74 plus 0.1333 plus 0.0039. The answer now is 74.1372 degrees. Ito na po yung kanyang conversion. So this is the answer if we convert the 74 degrees, 8 minutes and 14 seconds to decimal degrees. But ang final answer na dapat sagot natin must be to the nearest thousand. So i-convert pa natin ito ulit or i-round off. We have 74.137 degrees. I-round off natin ito. And the final answer finally is equal to 74.137 degrees. So that's example number 5. Next, for example number 6. Reverse naman. We will convert 47.342 degrees 2 degrees, minutes, and seconds to the nearest second. Okay, so sulat natin. We have 47.342 degrees. So, paano gagawin natin kapag ganyan? Una natin gagawin, kailangan whole number muna yung degree minute. Okay? So, kuhanin natin ito. This must be whole number. This is already 47 degrees. And ang gagawin natin doon sa matitira na 0.342, i-convert natin into minutes. So, 0.342 degrees multiply to 60 minutes over 1 degrees para makancel yung degrees na yon. So, magiging answer ay we have 47 degrees and 0.342 times 60 minutes. We have 20.52 minutes. Kaya lang, this is not our final answer yet. Ang sabi kasi sa problem, convert the angle to degrees, minutes, and seconds to the nearest second. So, kailangan pa natin siya ulit i-convert into second. As we can see, itong minutes natin, meron siya ulit sobra yung 0.52. Kailangan, dahil sabi niya to the nearest second, gawin natin whole number yung minute natin. Okay, yung minute na unit. So, we have 47 degrees. Itira natin itong 20 as a whole number, 20 minutes, and yung 0.52 na sobra, i-convert natin into seconds. We have 0.52 minutes multiply to 60 seconds over 1 minute. So, cancel yan, cancel yan. Ang magiging final answer na natin ngayon is 0.52 times 60 minutes. We have 47 degrees, 20 minutes, and 31.2 seconds. Or, if i-round out pa ulit natin, we have 47 degrees, 20 minutes, and 31 seconds. Ito na po ang ating final answer. Converting the angle of 47.342 degrees to degrees, minutes, and seconds to the nearest second. That's our example number 6. In angles, meron tayong tinatawag na standard position. So, paano ba natin malalaman if the angle is in standard position? If the angle's vertex is at the origin and the initial side lies on the positive x-axis. Yung origin na yan dun sa ating coordinate system. And then, dapat yung kanyang initial side ay perfectly horizontal and naglalay dun sa positive x-axis. So, here's two example angle. So, angle 50 degrees and the angle 160 degrees. As we can see, yung kanilang initial side, ito, and ito, ay nasa positive x-axis. And yung kanilang origin is nasa exact, or yung kanilang vertex ay nasa exact origin ng coordinate system natin. So, this side is yung tinatawag nga natin as the terminal side. The type of angle natin na tinatawag natin na acute angle is in quadrant 1. Kapag i-consider natin siya as a standard position. So, ito yun. This is 0 degrees. This is 90 degrees. This is 180 degrees. 270 degrees. And finally, itong part na to dito, kapag naka full rotate na siya, we have 360 degrees. So, yung acute angle natin, nasa quadrant 1 siya. Kasi, if it's in the standard position, we have 0 less than, considering the name of the angle is theta, less than 90 degrees. This is the quadrant 1. And quadrant 2 naman, ito yung ating quadrant 2. We have here 90 degrees, less than theta, less than 180 degrees. So, if the obtuse angle is in standard position, malamang yung kanyang terminal side ay naglalay sa quadrant 2. This is the quadrant 3 naman. This is the quadrant 4. And dito naman, we have 180 degrees, less than theta, lahat ng theta na nasa quadrant 3, less than 270 degrees. And sa quadrant 4 naman, we have 270 degrees, less than theta, less than 360 degrees. So, that's how we know kapag ang isang angle ay nasa standard position. Meron pa tayong isa pang type of the angle. Ito yung tinatawag natin as the quadrantal angle. So, paano ba natin masasabing ang isang angle ay quadrantal? These are the angles in standard position whose terminal sides lie on the x-axis or y-axis, such as angles with 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and so on. Yung kanyang initial side is standard position, nasa positive x-axis, and yung kanyang terminal side either nasa 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 270 degrees. And lastly, for angles, we have what we call the coterminal angles. Okay? So, a complete rotation of a ray results in an angle measuring 360 degrees. So, pag pinaikot mo yon, yung isang buong rotation na yon, angle pa rin siya, but the measurement is full 360 degrees. Ngayon, by continuing the rotation, yung angle, kapag sumobra siya sa 360 degrees, is also angle pa din. Let's say, for example, sumobra siya sa 360 degrees, we have 400, 500, angles pa din siya. So, yung tinatawag natin na coterminal angles, these are the angles with the same initial side and the same terminal side but different amounts of rotation. Let's say, for example, we have to compare 60 degrees and 420 degrees. Kung susukatin natin 60 degrees, nandito siya sa part na to. And this is 60 degrees. Now, this is the initial side and ito yung kanyang terminal side. This is the vertex. Masasabi natin na yung angle 60 degrees and yung 420 degrees are coterminal angles kasi pag sinukat mo yung 420, we have, starting here, ito yung kanyang initial side, mag-rotate tayo ng isang buo, meron na tayong 360 degrees, and mag-rotate pa tayo ng another 60 para makabuo tayo ng angle of 420 degrees. Ibig sabihin, pareho sila ng initial side, pareho rin sila ng terminal side, but magkaiba ng measurement. Isang rotation ang sobra nila. So, 60 degrees and 420 degrees are coterminal angles. Another example, if we compare 110 degrees and 830 degrees. So, ilang rotation ang meron sa 830 degrees compared to 110 degrees. So, let's say, for example, nandito sa gawin na to yung ating 110 degrees. Nasa quadrant 2. Ayan. This is the initial side and this is the terminal side. This is the 110 degrees. Now, kung i-rotate natin, ang 830 degrees natin, mag-start pa rin tayo sa initial side kasi same initial side nga siya. So, from here, rotate, naka 360 na tayo. Kaya lang, 830 kasi pinag-uusapan natin. So, add another 360 rotation. Rotate. Meron na tayong 720 degrees and another, aabot na tayo dito sa 110 degrees. Ito ngayon yung ating 830 degree na angle. Itong rotation na to na nakadalawang rotation and then umabot siya dito. Ibig sabihin, 110 degrees and the angle 830 degrees have the same initial and terminal side. So therefore, they are coterminal angles. So that's how it works. Example number 7 for coterminal angles. We are asked to determine the angle of at least positive measure that is coterminal with angle 852 degrees. The angle of least positive measure daw. So ang gagawin natin, we have to draw the coordinate system. Ayan. This is the terminal side. This is the initial side. 852 daw. Ilang rotation ba ang magagawa natin dyan? So, para malaman natin kung ilang rotation, we have 852 minus 360 degrees. Ilan yan? We have 492. Dahil sobra pa siya ulit ng 360, may isa pa siyang rotation within. So, subtract ulit natin 360 degrees. Magiging sagot, we have 492 minus 360. Na-solve na natin ngayon yung coterminal angle niya which is 132 degrees. So, nandito yan sa gawin na yan. Measuring from the initial side up to here. This is the angle 132 degrees. And yung coterminal niya na 852. Ito siya, 1 rotation, 2 rotations, and ito yung ating angle 852 degrees. The angle 852 and 132 degrees are coterminal angles. So that's example number 1. And example number 8. Determine the angle of at least positive measure that is coterminal with the angle negative 76 degrees. Yung negative degrees na yan, nagme-measure siya from the positive right axis and then bababa siyang paganyan. Kapag ka-positive angle naman, papunta doon. This is a positive, this is the negative. Ganyan natin i-consider yung sign kapag ka nasa angles po tayo. Okay? So, the question, we are asked to determine the angle of at least positive measure that is coterminal with angle negative 76 degrees. So, paano natin malalaman yun? So, ayan. We have negative 76. Possibly, nandyan yan. This is the terminal side and this is the initial side. This is the angle negative 75 degrees. Para malaman, isubtract lang natin yung negative 75 degrees from the whole rotation of 360 degrees. The answer is 285 degrees. Ibig sabihin, the angle of at least positive measure daw from here, positive, aabot siya hanggang dun. Ito yung ating angle 285 degrees. Therefore, that angle 285 degrees and the angle negative 75 degrees are coterminal kasi they have the same initial side and terminal side. So, that's coterminal angles. And that's all for this video, guys. For the next tutorial, we are going to talk about the trigonometric function. So, thank you for watching and see you on the next video.